Alright, it is 9:46 a.m. I think I got one step closer, at least one step better at trading morning panic bounce plays. I don't like it right now because it's just trading with a spread, and when it does that, it's kind of sketchy. But despite how ugly this one trades, it looks like it's doing it, and it might have been even that I sold right before the big volume, I guess, is coming in right now, so maybe it can try to push it much higher. Wow, I was actually making a move right after I got out my last piece, which is totally fine because this thing was trading really disgusting. But I did a lot better trading this compared to yesterday, and I did trade a more proper amount of shares according to a $20 risk level. This thing was a morning panic bounce play, not entirely the best because it wasn't like down 10% on the day, but it was down considerably from its highs of this day, so that was one thing to take into consideration. It did eventually break the trend line here, and it started to consolidate, and I did take a buy at 942. I bought 500 shares at 67. So that was at 942. Right here, 67. And, it felt nerve-wracking, but what I said yesterday is that, maybe it trades all ugly and then, you're in right here and then it might just head back to the bottom and break it. That's too bad, but, the thing that I decided to try doing is that if I'm buying it and it looks like it's doing it and I'm not at the best price, if it comes back near the bottom and it makes a higher low or maybe a double bottom and it holds it, then I will then buy the same amount of shares twice, so I'm in it at a much larger amount of shares, and then I can be that much more profitable if it works. Or if it continues to work, then I'm full size, and that's pretty good there. Yeah, this thing just trades ugly. You saw how it just broke past VWAP, and now it just kind of did that with so little volume. That is really tricky to trade. Yeah, this one just trades really ugly, but again, that's why I was in it right here at 942 at 67 for that potential morning panic bounce play with 500 shares. Worst case, it would break the day low at 65.7A, maybe with slippage. I'm out in the 64s or something like that. Anyway, I did sell half of my position when it was looking a bit sketchy, when I would have normally have sold everything at 945. Right here at 945 at 67.33, so right around here is when I sold, right here at 945 into this wick. I also drew like a trend line from here to here, and it did look like it was breaking it at this point a little bit, so I did get out for that reason. And then I got out of the entire amount when it was just looking a lot worse at 67, which was right here at the bottom of this candle before it decided to make a move towards the upside. But as you can see, this thing's trading really ugly, but it wasn't horrible. I was also looking at DPLS for a morning panic bounce play, and this one actually is working, but the thing that went against my favor is that there were like these really big bidders at like 302, 303, 305, and it seems to have bought past them, which is nice, but that just, made it less likely something I would consider trading, even over NWBO. Nothing really here with ICOA. I thought it would maybe like do like a morning spike and continue to try to make a move and fill the gap. Maybe I'll do it eventually, but it didn't do it today, and that's really about it. I'll make an update later. I'll continue to see what this one does, but yeah, this one just trades really ugly, but I still did a lot better compared to yesterday, and I think that's a really good step in the right direction. Okay, it is 12:14 p.m. and I am actually, no, it's 12:14 a.m. I'm here to call it off, and I am up on the day just a little, 82 cents trading NWBO. I'm really happy that I tried to do a lot better with my day trading, and the pattern wasn't the worst. It wasn't horrible, but it could have been much better, and it did slightly annoy me that, it uptrended right after I sold. But that's totally fine. I wasn't really liking the price action. I wasn't a part of this. I wasn't there when this was happening, unfortunately, and I would have liked to have been a part of it. I wasn't even at my computer at this point. I did see it much later, and I was interested in a break past VWAP, but I didn't like the resistance here, and they didn't really do such a good job at it. And that was really the case for that one. I think I did a lot better than yesterday, and I'm going to keep trying to be accurate according to a $20 risk level. SYXX wasn't horrible. It was uptrending and playing around VWAP, which made it nice, but I just don't really like this one in general, but maybe I'll try to open up to it if it can do something more consistent, especially because, you know, this thing could be set up for a breakout past this 8 cent level and maybe try to make a move towards the upside if it wants to do like a second follow-up run up towards the upside. That will be pretty nice. That's really it for today. I had a good attempt there, and ideally I can be a part of it, or at least be there when it can do something like this, another attempt for a bounce setup, and this one ended up being much better.